Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be game 2 between the series between Yumiko and Lawliet. The map is on Last Refuge, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one. Game 1 was, I think it was pretty entertaining. I don't know how much I hyped it up, but I think I commentated alright, decent, I think. Hopefully you guys think the same, but anyway, game 2. Yumiko probably needs to maybe clean up his late game or mid game, late game army comp a little better. I think it kind of had flaws, especially when you still had to consider the Avatar Avengers would be a huge threat later on, and his army comp wasn't built to deal with that. And by the time the Avatar did come around, there wasn't really much Yumiko could do. So yeah. Just like to see that army comp changed, but other than that I think both players played fine. Lawliet played very well. His harassment with the Warden was immaculate, and he is going to go for it once again. Warden versus Yumiko, I don't know what he's waiting on, and he's going to go for a Mountain King. I guess he was waiting on the food there. Yeah, he actually probably was waiting on the food. I don't know why I was being snarky, but yeah, Mountain King versus Warden once again. I don't know what is with Yumiko and Mountain King right now, but I guess that it's either Yumiko found a new inspiration or he's just expecting a Warden once again. Lawliet, I guess after his performance from WC3 last year, I think he's just played a lot more Warden, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love the Warden as well, but the Demon Hunter is also a very good, consistent hero. I think that's the main thing about it. And of course, he doesn't have to wait until level 6 to actually turn around the game. But, of course, at the same time, the Warden, by the time she gets level 6, it's like 80% GG. Alright, so the Warden will clear out this Ogre camp, pick up the Circlet of Nobility. Meanwhile, Yumiko placing a lot of scout farms. I've noticed that in the last game as well. He placed down a lot more than I think humans would usually do, but maybe that just means he's playing a lot more turtley, I guess. He is going to take out the expansion here, which could be good. I mean, getting expansion earlier than your opponent is always nice, but this is going to be extremely early compared to what Lawliet's going to get. Lawliet was like less than a minute behind Yumiko's, so he didn't get punished too heavily, but this time around it's a lot more different. He's going to start out with his Ogre Magi camp, pick up whatever consumable item, I guess. Hopefully a tome of experience gets dropped as well. Maybe that might be the luck that he needs to deal with this early expand, but we'll see. Ancient of War is going to be placed down to try and harass the expand. Scroll of the Beast gets picked up by the Ogre Magi camp, and Fan of Lance is going to be utilized to try and pick up the last hits on these creeps. Wisps are going to be forced to back off as the footmen are looking to harass, but they unfortunately got both ensnared by the Troll Trappers, so a little unlucky. And of course Yumiko's Mountain King is being unit blocked there by the Ancient of War, unintentionally of course, but still, it was kind of funny to see that happen. And nice, the Warden actually gets a kill on a free footman, so probably not the best Yumiko play there. His Mountain King getting stuck by the Ancient of War for like a good 10 seconds probably was not ideal, but yeah, his expansion's down, he's getting a second source of income, which is always nice. Humans do love having that happen, and yeah, Yumiko might actually have a chance of finishing this game before the Warden can hit 6. Mercenary camp being cleared out. Double trolls for Lawliet. But here comes the footmen. They are going to try and harass. Archer is not going to shadow meld because it would have been pointless. Mountain King has the dust, so yeah, all he needs to do is retreat. He is going to lose an Ancient of War, which is going to hurt him a lot. like a huge amount because he went for a Hunter Soul start, I believe. Yep, Hunter Soul start. That is going to force him to start taking up sooner than usual. I mean, he does have his first Ancient of War, but losing that second Ancient of War kind of made a little bit of a risk to stick to Huntresses. Now his best bet is trying to transition into double Ancient of Laws as quickly as possible. Which, I don't know, what was that? Was that an experienced tome? Oh, I diverted my eyes somewhere else, but if that was extremely lucky. If it wasn't, then oh well, it's just a normal tome. I was gonna say, going early tier 2 might be what Yumiko wants, since, I mean, he's already got his expand down. He is going to start his tier 2 tech, hopefully. I don't know where the keep is, but not just yet. I think he's just saving up resources. There we go. Keep is started. He is going to be slightly behind in terms of tech, however, so gotta watch out for that. Alright, Mountain King is going to start out with this Green Creep camp, but here comes the Warden. She is level 3, that means level 2 Fan of Knives incoming, and the Arcane Tower has yet to be completed, so one more Fan of Knives could be snuck in here and then blink away, possibly. No, she is going to Shadow Mail just a little bit, wait for the Fan of Knives cooldown, and she does not have enough mana for another blink, so she is going to be a little bit screwed here. TP staffing is not a good idea, so it is going to be a TP scroll instead. Yeah, it's such a hassle since the Mountain King was nearby. But she did get a couple of good kills. 1, 2. Did she only get 2? That actually might not have been that great, I think. So a little bit unlucky. Maybe this time around she'll go harass with the Book of the Dead, which could be a good play. I don't know. We'll have to see. Book of the Dead skeletons are not as tanky as you would think. I think they get two-shotted by the guard tower, so we'll see how effective this harassment will be the next time around. Shredder has been hired for creeping and eventually just harvesting lumber. Scout farm is being taken out, but Yumiko does have enough food supply, so he will not be capped. And the Warden is not going to move out just yet, is going to go for another Ogre Magi camp, possibly get a good consumable item maybe. What would be good here? Mana stealing, probably not that great. It's going to be sold for a Scroll of Healing. Level 4 on the Wardens, so that is going to be level 2 Blink most likely, so that does make it a less of a cooldown, but it's still 50 mana, I believe. At level 3 it will become 10 mana, I think. So yeah, it's still pretty good. Oh, here we go. I'm not going to miss this. Sapper incoming. We do have the Mountain King at the Zeppelin, but the Sappers, where are they going to go? Are they going to go for the Moonwells? Moonwells? Okay, it's not gonna finish the job, but it will do enough for the Mountain King to finish off. So yes, I did not miss a Sapper this time. I'm so depressed every time I miss a Sapper because they're always exciting to see. Will they get killed off and do nothing, or will they do insane damage? And it was now the latter this time, able to take down 2 Moonwells. Yumiko is not upside down supply just yet, so it didn't do that much of an impact. However, forcing your opponent to, spend resources on 2 Moonwells is no joke either. Alright, double Ancient of Laws into a single Ancient of Wind. However, Yumiko is changing things up. He is going to go standard double Arcane Sanctums into possible rifle casters maybe. I don't know what this workshop is going to become. It could be mortar teams. It's going to be mortar teams. Okay, never mind this. Mortar teams and flying machines. Okay, Yumiko does not know what to do. He has a lot of resources, mainly because of the 2 bases. And he is going to get an Archmage second, which is Not as great as the Blood Mage second, but yeah, the Water Elementals will kind of help, I guess. Brilliant Sword is going to be the first ability, however, so... Okay, yeah, the Brilliant Sword does kind of make sense. It makes these priests a lot more effective when it comes to just dishing out those heals. The only problem is it just going to be priests, or are we going to have Sorks as well? Okay, that's going to answer that. Sorks as well as Spellbreakers, so the Brilliant Sword is going to add a lot more value, but not any immediate mana for the Mountain King. That is the trade-off there. Ankh of Reincarnation is going to be picked up by the Mountain King, so it's going to be a huge pain in the ass to kill the Mountain King a second time. Flying Machine is going to deal with the Hippogriff. The Stormbolt was enough to deal a good chunk of damage as well, and that's going to be a dead Hippogriff. So Spellcasters, Rifle Casters I mean, is going to be the army comp for Yumiko, so he's going more standard this time around with a slight twist in terms of the hero opening. Meanwhile, Lawliet still going the same, and he shouldn't diverge from it because it's still pretty effective against this kind of army comp. Book of the Dead is going to be activated right now, and Yumiko might just run away. I guess not. So he is going to fight this head on. He is going to bring on a couple of militia to deal with the skeleton threat. Phantom Knives could do a huge amount of damage right there if only she could get in position. Scroll of Healing is going to be used by Yumiko, so that is going to heal up quite a bit right there. Militia taking a huge amount of damage from that level 3 Phantom Knives, and surprisingly enough, it is going to be Lawliet the one choosing to retreat, as he is kind of running out of units. Okay, so that probably was a good trade for Yumiko. In fact, he did, I guess you could say, win that fight. He also made his opponent burn the Book of the Dead for pretty much nothing. Yeah, I'd say that was a pretty good win for Yumiko. He didn't lose too much on his own side. Maybe a couple of militia there, but they are easily replaceable. More Spellbreakers being added to the mix, effectively making the Warden less of a threat. Expansion is being attacked and Ivory Towers are placed down, so this is actually a good decision for Yumiko. I do like the harassment on the expansion here. A couple of mortar teams do make it a lot easier to siege as well. The Wisps are going to move out, try and repair it as best as possible. Blink to Phantom Knives there into a Blizzard. So this is exactly why the Archangel was picked, I guess. Instead of those Elementals, the Blizzard does make a very effective sieging tool, I guess. I don't know what the focus fire is, but there is a lot of blue. Yumiko is not seeming to back down from this fight, and this might be a little bit problematic for Lawliet. He doesn't have too many units. Scroll of Healing once again being used by Yumiko. Anti-Magic Shell Potion is going to be used on the Warden. She is getting very close to level 6, which might be a problem there, but the towers are done. This is a huge problem for Lawliet. With those 3 towers done, that's a huge amount of DPS from... Stormbolt to cancel the Warden. Invuln is going to be used to prevent her from getting killed off. Nice Phantom Knives onto those militia, giving level 6 to the Warden, so... yeah, good opportunity finding from Lawliet, but he is going to lose himself a bear for his troubles. You can see how effective... oh, wow, even long distance Stormbolt to finish the job there. I don't know if that was necessary, but you can see how effective those Spellbreakers can be. Burning the mana while dealing damage is, you know, a useful thing to have. And Yumiko is about over 60% done with clearing out this gold mine, which is a huge thing. He's gonna, yeah, this is gonna burn before his main is gonna get burned out, so always a good thing to see. Mining out 2 gold mines simultaneously, that does mean that you mined out a lot during the period of time there, and Spirits of Vengeance will be used to try and clear out these towers since they can't be attacked themselves. I'm not sure if Lawliet should go for another expand, but at this point in the game, I'm not sure if he can actually come back from this. Population is currently 45 versus 73, so Yumiko is miles ahead compared to his counterpart here, so not a good fight for Lawliet indeed. Mortar teams do a huge amount of damage against those, against the Avatar herself as well, so yeah, again, good comp to deal with this Avatar. Spellbreakers also very good against those Avatars as well. Spellbreaker's just good against everything, basically, except for air units, of course, since they can't attack back. This is a struggle for Lawliet to deal with. I mean, he's hit 6. He has his Avatar, but problem is the Avatar can't solo carry the game right now. And with an almost 30 supply difference, this is not even close. Bear gonna get picked off for free. I don't know why he was standing there. That is just gonna be a dead bear. Scout machine flying around, seeing what is up at Lawliet's base. Not much is up. Not enough gold in the bank, so not enough units to produce, and that's just as simple as that. Alright, level 3 on the Archmage. Flare was used, but I have no idea where it was cast. I guess it was cast at the expand. Alright, here we go with this another fight here. Phantom Knives, not doing too much damage, able to take down a mortar team, but that is pretty much that. The Yumiko is going to TP scroll away, however, as it might just not be a good position for him to be in, because he was at low ground, I guess. So there was the possibility of just doing no damage at all. So TP scroll burnt. It was a rather cautionary TP scroll, but he did lose a mortar team, so I guess that was quite a bit of DPS lost there. So yeah, better be safe than sorry, I guess. Alright, upgrades look to be 1-1 on those Spellbreakers and 1-0 on those Mortar teams and Riflemen. Meanwhile, the Warden is going to harass this expand, able to clear out the gold line, at least most of it. She will have to TP back and replenish her mana as quickly as possible. Clarity Potion there. Yeah, it's always better to use the Clarity Potion rather than the Moonwell, since the Moonwell does just use a lot more mana, but I guess Lawliet's not gonna wait. Oh yeah, he's definitely not waiting. Plus 12 close attack has been picked up by the Mountain King from this Ogre camp. That's just huge on the Mountain King right now, because he is very close to being unstoppable. I don't know what happened to the Ankh. I don't know if he procced it or not. Yeah, I probably should have checked it out if he sold it or not, but if he still had it, that would have been a huge advantage for him, but he doesn't have it, so it's not that bad for Lawliet. Is going to start out on the left Ogre camp. Has been spotted by the scout machine, but the item is going to go over to the Warden regardless, I think. Nope, one of these units get it, so it's going to be the Pipe of Insight. Oh, so lucky he didn't lose the bear with the item. That is going to be a free bear, however. Nice long distance Stormbolt to set that up, and that is going to be, yeah, just Lawliet being pushed away. So Brilliant Sora is, I don't know if it's going to be useful, but I think the Warden will take it regardless. Yep, Brilliant Sora will help a lot when it comes to those bears' mana pool. The only problem is the Warden doesn't have enough inventory space for preservation staff, so it's going to be really hard saving your units without it. Alright, looks like a major battle might be ensuing very soon. Yumiko is at 80 supply, so he's at the cap for low upkeep. He is oversaturating this gold mine, but it doesn't seem like it's going to matter too much. Both gold mines will be expiring in about 1 or 2 minutes, I think. Meanwhile, Lawliet, who wasn't harassed at all this game, is going to consume it a lot earlier.
A player's forces are under attack.
Our Archmage is going to get a very important level up here. That is going to give level 2 Brilliance Aura over to the Archmage, so interesting that he learned level 2 Blizzard first. He didn't really cast it too much in the previous fights, so very curious to see how he utilizes that ability. But yeah, this is not looking good for Lawliet. 20 supply difference in terms of army. Of course, some of it is skewed for Yumiko since he does have a second base, but that's still an advantage for Yumiko. Although I'm not looking forward to these guys. I don't know why Yumiko is stacking up those flying machines. They didn't prove to be too useful in the previous game.
A town is under siege.
I don't know what I mean by town. I guess the Wisp was there to build something, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, Lawliet is now out of gold mines, so he is kind of desperate in getting a base down as quickly as possible. This gold mine is gonna get destroyed very soon, and this one is pretty much out as well. So, oh, Master's Training for Priests. That is not something I've seen in quite some time, so I don't know if he's gonna go actually utilize Inner Fire or not, but that still increases the base damage, health, mana, all that good stuff. Yeah, Tree of Eternity still moving out. He does have Blessed Nature, so able to move pretty fast. Master's Training should be done soon. Paladin is coming out as well. Master's Training for Sorceresses as well. So, okay, that's something I haven't seen in a while. Polymorph, possibly. It's gonna be tough since those Dryads do have abolished magic. So, I mean, there's nothing else to use mana on aside from abolished magic. So, it's gonna be weird. Avatar is trying to be a pest, but it's not gonna force Yumiko to move out just yet. He is placing down another expand. Yeah. Yep, Lawliet needs to finish this game as quickly as possible, otherwise Lawliet's just going to be left behind again. 85 versus 67. Avatar is not doing much. Alright, let's look at upgrades. +1, +0 for those beards and dryads. +2/+2 for the spellbreakers, and +1, +0 for those riflemen. So, upgrade wise, definitely in Yumiko's favor. Going for a level 3 Phantom Vice Harassment here, but is it going to be enough? It doesn't look like it. Shadow Meld is going to be utilized. Oh, nice, and nice potion to prevent the Stormbolt from doing too much there, and Blink Away. Blink Away into TP Staff. That is, yeah, that's pretty good for the Warden there. It didn't kill all of these peasants, and of course there's a lot more peasants available to saturate the gold mine, but still, that was alright harassment. I don't know why Yumiko's just not going to go for it. I think he is in a good position. The Mountain King still not level 6. Oh well. You can see all those Inner Fires are being cast, so +5 armor and plus some attack. I think the attack is percentage based. Okay, here we go with this huge fight here. Inner Fire is on those flying machines. It will deal a ton of damage against those fairy dragons, but that's pretty much it. Blizzard onto those bears is not a good thing for those bears, taking a huge amount of damage in the return. Phantom Knives at the back line, but a healing scroll will be used to counteract that damage. The bears are slowly pushing in, but a TP scroll from the Mountain King is going to prevent these human units from falling, so that is going to be a mass retreat there for Yumiko. But yeah, at the same time, Lawliet did take a lot of damage in return as well. You can see those roars are being transferred over to these flying machines here. And a very good blizzard from the Archmage, doing a ton of damage, taking out the Golem Shredder. Healing Scroll will be used by the Night Elf player, but it's just not enough. Avatar is running out very soon as well. The Warden is at the backline, is trying to deal with the Paladin here. Level 7 on the Warden, so she does have the 10 mana blink ability, but is that enough? Can she solo carry? It does not look like it. The Avatar seems like it is going to expire very soon as well. And you can see all those spirits expiring at the same time. Nice blink to take care of those mortal teams. So no mortal teams for the human player, but still, look at this army. It's still huge. 71 versus 28 right now, and I mean, like, barely struggling when it comes to resources for Lawliet. Meanwhile, Yumiko had a huge amount of gold from two-basing all this time. This is not looking good for our Night Elf player. 33 versus 75, and looks like the final blow is coming. Paladin very close to level 3 as well. Mountain King going for a Stormbolt. And I mean, he's probably not going to hit 6 by the time this game's over. Yep, he's not gaining enough experience because he's sharing with 2 others. But yeah, Warden just can't do anything. +3 agility there. However, that's just not enough. Too many units for the human player. Too many Spellbreakers. That's a thing. Spellbreakers just not fun to deal with. Spirits of Vengeance, they can attack the Spellbreakers, but they just deal so little damage. You can see how little damage they do against the casters. Since they're unarmored, you think that they would do a huge amount, but not too huge. Oh, I did not see that happen. Level 7, Warden gets taken out, and that is going to be game. I mean, Yumiko apparently had Knights and Siege Engines on the way as well, so no way in hell Lawliet was going to come back from that. So that is going to be game 2, another long one. Yeah, we'll see how this goes with the final game. Yeah, we'll see.